Hi, beloveds. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Empress, your Fulani sister. For today's video, I want to remind us to not let people and situations turn us into people that we're not. I know some of us are really kind hearted, maybe even people pleasers. We like to make sure that people around us are okay. Some of us, in our relationships with people, and even in workplaces, we are the type of people that are the main givers. We might be in situations that for a long time have felt one-sided. Like we're the one putting in more effort, putting in more the work. And some of us are those people that are always there for everybody else, but when it comes to us, it seems like the times that we need people the most is when they're not available. I'll give a personal example. I went through a something really, really. I went through a stage where I was really like mentally not okay. It was really, really bad, and I really, really felt like I needed extra support from the people around me. I have good people around me, normally, but I feel like a lot of times in my relationships, I've been the person that's always on the giving side. I always make time for the people around me up to that point. I always made time for the people around me. I was always a person available, even if I didn't feel like it. If someone was going through something, I would be there for them. I would put myself aside just to make sure that I was still showing up for them as a friend, as whatever title that I occupied in their lives. I would make sure, sometimes even compromising my own needs to make sure that I was there for them. But whenever it came time where I was in the receiving, I was supposed to be in the receiving end, somehow everybody gets busy. It happened over and over and over again. I can call all their phones. None of them will be available at that time. By the time they get back to me, it's like after I've already processed whatever had happened on my own and already fought my demons and, you know, came back. And it's like, I don't need it anymore, or I don't want to talk about it anymore, type of thing. Now I think back, I'm like, maybe those things happen to train me to be more independent, and also to show me that I'm actually capable of overcoming those situations on my own, that I didn't need whatever support that I thought I needed. It's situations that I can get through. Like, it's to train me to be more mentally independent and learn how to deal with situations myself. But like, I always like feel like I'm already doing that always for myself and for other people. So for those rare moments that I do ask, nobody's available. Why is that? I didn't understand that. So I went. It made me go into this space of I was like I need to reevaluate the relationships in my life and reconsider some titles that I've given people, because if the actions do not reflect the titles that they have, I have to rethink. If somebody has a title of best friend and this is not someone that we're our relationship is really that mutual, where we both givers and receivers and we're both mutually benefiting each other, then I have to rethink that. And it got me a little bit. I got into that space where my mind was going a little way too pessimistic and negative. And I told myself, I was like, you know what? The problem is not in who I am. I cannot allow people to change who I am. If I'm genuinely a nice person, I'm going to be a nice person. If I'm genuinely a giver, I'm going to be a giver. If I'm genuinely a compassionate person, I'm going to be that. The only thing that I need to do and understand is that I have to understand who, when, where to be the kind of person that I really am. You know, I don't have to be that person to everybody all the time. I have to take people and their actions for face value. Don't like I was saying in the other video, don't assume what you mean to people if the actions and the way they behave towards you does not reflect that they also see you as what you think they should see you as. Do not invite yourself into somebody's life and put a title on yourself that they're not willing to give you. I've had situations where like some people would I would tell them because I'm very straightforward, especially when it comes to like getting to know people intentionally for like with intentions of like something serious. I will let them know from the beginning, every step of the way, how I feel. So if someone expressed very early that they like me, I'll let them know that I'm not in that stage, but I'll let them know if I'm interested in getting to know them more. And what I've noticed is that sometimes when you do that, you express yourself, they might agree. Some of them will agree and they will say, you know what, it's okay. They understand, they can give you time. But slowly but surely, they start to drop little hints of impatience and they try to almost try to make you feel guilty about not liking them, liking them back. And they start to, because you kept them around, they start to expect things. They start to act like now they have a title of like a boyfriend or girlfriend, or title that you haven't given them. And I have no problem letting people know, like, no, for me personally, I would tell you, I'd be like, you're crossing the line. We agreed. We're getting to know each other. This is not, what I agreed with you. This is not, you want to act like a partner when that's not your title. I'll let you know. And some people would deny it and all that and still want to be like, no, they can be patient, but you know very well. In those kind of situations, follow your instinct, okay? Follow your discernment, follow your instinct, and do what your body's telling you. If you feel like that person doesn't deserve any more chances, you feel like they're not going to change, do not wait. Sometimes waiting is just wasting your time and wasting that person's time because they might not change and it just eventually you still have to end it. Or they might just end up and leave. Because sometimes people don't want to be honest about how they really feel. They want to, they think that they can manipulate you um, long enough for you to think that they're behaving, just for them to go back and eventually just not be able to fake it long enough. But yeah, in saying that, I was trying to emphasize the fact, I was trying to emphasize the idea that do not take on titles. Don't think that what you want to mean to somebody is what you mean to them. Listen to what the people tell you who you are to them, and listen to how they show you how what you mean to them, how they value you. If you encounter a situation where you felt like your interest level or your level of care towards somebody that occupies a significant title in your life is not reciprocated, especially like for example when in your times of need, that person does not show up for you in the way you do. I would say reconsider that relationship and really think if the person suits the title that you have given them, and have honest conversation with the person, of course. But don't let that situation change into something you're not. Learn from that situation and learn how to show up for the right people. Don't feel like now you have to change your good qualities and become somebody who's cold and feel like you have to hold back now too much and be afraid with your heart and be too guarded. It's okay to be protective over yourself. It's okay to look out for yourself and all of that, but don't overdo it to the point now you're holding yourself back too much and you're keeping yourself from living living the life as you're supposed to live it, like joyfully having experiences, because maybe you had a friend or a partner who didn't play their roles properly and you maybe feel like you were doing everything and they were not doing their part, and now you feel like you have to hold back too much, you know. I would say know how to show up based on who the people show you they are. Be quick to listen and slow to speak. You know, when you first meet people, try to observe. When you walk in a room, try to read the room and observe. Read people's verbal and nonverbal communication. Try to understand and learn about people before you start putting on titles. But I would say always keep yourself open for the possibility of the right people coming in. You know, pray about it when you are met with certain situations, certain people. Pray for discernment, pray for divine guidance, so that you can be guided to the right people and you're not closing doors on the right people. Let your experience with people be lessons that make you better for the future, you know, for the right people. Don't let the experiences with other people make you bitter. Learn from your mistakes, learn from the things that were not meant for you, so that you can have the skills for the people who are meant for you. Take it this way, they showed you who they really are, so you don't have to waste any more time on them, so that you can be able to release what's not for you, so you can make room for what is for you. Do you get what I'm saying here? So really it's a blessing in disguise. You don't lose anything. Those that don't hide who they really are by showing you with their actions and their words and everything in the way they express themselves, those are good actually. They're much easier to deal with than those people that are around you and pretending, you know? So give thanks for those who show you who they really are. And but all I ask is that you do not let the negative experiences from people change who you are. Because that person that you are is what you need to be for the right people and for yourself. There are certain qualities about us that we probably just wouldn't be able to change, but they're not meant for everybody. And that's the lesson that some people come to teach us, that certain characters, certain aspects of us is not meant to be for everybody. And sometimes too, some of the things that these situations and people come to show us, sometimes, you know, as harsh as this may seem, sometimes people around us is a reflection of how we see ourselves and how we treat ourselves. Because somebody who really genuinely loves themselves and care for themselves, they do not allow people to treat them just anyhow. You know, they have boundaries and stuff like that. So maybe it's a reminder that we need to work on ourselves, work on our self love. We need to go within to looking in the mirror and go in our closet, and deal with our inner selves. You know, because when you see confident people, people who are confident really love themselves, everything around them reflects that. When you come with a confident to a confident person, that person doesn't have to tell you anything. I have a family member that this person, well, it's someone is close like family. When you this person is nice, but when you come to this person's life, you're gonna know how to act without this person telling you anything, because of how she carries herself. I know some of us are just really nice, or maybe sometimes it's like, because the first experiences we're having, maybe the first friendships, the first relationships, so we have a lot of things to learn, you know. And that's okay. That's okay. You experienced that because of the lessons that you needed to learn. I feel like when you hold on to things and you deny yourself of 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 enjoying life because of things related to past traumas that have to do with people, I feel like you're just robbing yourself when it's really not worth it. I believe that Everything has consequences, and nothing will go without justice being done. But I would say never give someone too much power over you. Whatever someone already did to you, that was already more than enough. Don't allow them any more power than what has already happened. When you hold on to things that have happened or to things that people have done, it's like you're still allowing someone to have power over you. I know some people, like, when they feel wronged, they want to see, it's like they get into this vengeance mode. Like they want to see that person punished. They want to feel like that person is in misery, and all of that. Someone can wrong you and their life can seem like it's still going well. They're still waking up, they're still eating. If you follow them on social media, you will see them still partying and living their lives. While you're over there sitting at home or wherever you are, crying and being sad about what they did to you. Meanwhile, this person is living their best life. Don't think that that's life for just being unfair to you. Look how people can do wrong and get away with it. No. What goes around comes around. I believe that. And in the divine's own way, it will always um things will be taken care of on your behalf. When you while you're holding on and depriving yourself of life, you're kind of self sabotaging because of someone else, somebody who didn't even care for you or valued you at all. Why would you give that person so much power? Especially after that person is already no longer in your lives. Sometimes we make decisions to let go of people and situations. Although we're physically not in those situations and with those people, we're still mentally attached and chained to those people and those situations. Free yourself fully so that you can be able to move forward. That person is not worth so much, of your life. Do not give someone that much power over you. It's like if somebody is still having chains on you, you're still in bondage with this person that's no longer physically there. It's like you're giving them the authority to still influence your life, to still affect your life. Why would you do that to yourself, beloved? Why would you do that to yourself? I implore you not to do that because I want so much more for you and I know you deserve so much more. Allow yourself to live the life the divine has ordained and blessed for you to have in this life. That person wasn't for you, but the divine has someone else for you. Someone is for you. That friend wasn't for you, but someone else is for you. Don't let the past and the people and the things that you've been through keep you from the life that you deserve. From the life of bliss, the life of peace, of joy, of fulfillment, of happiness that you deserve. They're not worth it. They're not worth it. Don't ruin your life for other people. Don't hold your life for other people. Don't hold yourself back for other people. Don't miss your chances and opportunities in life because of other people and their actions. You won't need to change yourself for the people who are meant for you, and they will love you just as you are. Kindness is not a weakness. Kindness is not something to be looked at like you're a loser. Whatever you have done out of kindness, out of love, take it as that. Take it you did it for kindness and for love. And release yourself. Accept that you did it with good intentions. And release it. Give it to the divine. Give it to the divine. Even if the things that were not reciprocated. And allow yourself to move forward now. But when you move forward, do not forget what those people and situations that were not meant for you have taught you. Work on your self confidence, work on your self love. And when you feel ready again to engage with people and be in relationships and all sort of relationships and all of that, then make sure that you're coming in a way that you are like I'm in a place from a place of someone who's healed, so that you can attract the right people to you and be able to have a fulfilling relationship. If you're unhealed and wounded and you carry baggage and you try to just be with someone else who is healed, and it wouldn't be a good situation for either one of you. You know, whatever you want to attract, make sure that you are what you want to attract. Be the person that you want to be with. Be the person that you expect other people to be in your life. If you want someone confident, then you have to be confident. If you want someone that is loving, that is genuine, someone that's going to care for you and all of that, you have to be that for yourself first. When it comes to relationship, everything we expect in a relationship is some things that we have to know first. And to know those things, we have to know ourselves first for ourselves, meaning we have to know how to be loving and caring to ourselves first in order to be that to someone else. If you don't know love firsthand, how you going to know how to give it? How are you going to know what love looks like? How are you going to provide something that you don't know what is? And it's possible for you to learn how to love yourself. And if you're someone of faith, lean onto your faith and ask the one you believe in, the one you pray to show you his divine love and to show and to teach you how to love yourself. And if you have good people that genuinely love you, lean into them for support and for help. Work on your areas, work on your inner child, work on your family traumas and just to see the areas or things that might have happened maybe since when you were younger that might have led to you being this person that you are now and the way you are, that might have led to some issues of your self-esteem, of your confidence, or even in the way that you deal with relationships and people. Why were you really accepting these people that didn't deserve your attention, your time, that were not right for you? Is it maybe because of the household that you grew up in, how you saw maybe your parents handle relationship? You know, things can be deeper than you think, but you will only know these things if you're willing to go within and if you're willing to be honest with yourself and actually want to help yourself and want to explore and work on yourself. There's nothing wrong with having good qualities and genuinely being a good person. Even if you were too good to people who maybe didn't deserve it, who maybe were not meant to receive you in that way, it's okay. Take those situations as lessons, but do not let other people change who you are. Sometimes it just means that you have to reevaluate where you are in people and change the situation. I'm always your number one cheerleader, beloved. I hope this message was encouraging in any way, shape, and form. I hope this message resonates just with somebody. I love you so much, and I wish you all the best. Peace, love, and light.